Hi guys, in this one we are going to take a look at my amazing collection of Monstera. Yes, I would say that because they are mine, but they are amazing, honestly, and a lot of people out there keep Monstera. They're very, very popular, aren't they? So what we're going to do is we're going to go through them. Obviously in my Singonian video I said I was going through the least favourite to the favourite, and that kind of, oh, it hurt me to say that because I don't have a least favourite, so I'm not going to do that in this video. We are just going to pick them at random and we're going to talk about them, and yeah, get yourself a coffee, get yourself a drink, whatever, because we're going to chill out and talk some plants. Right, which one are we going to start with? I tell you what we'll start with. We will start with my little collection of baby Monstera thae constellations. Yes, I have a lot of thae constellations, and I've just dropped my beneficial bugs. Right, so I'll show you this one first. This is my first baby. So this is a bit of a slow grower, but I think when they're younger, they are slow growers. I've had this new leaf here with a little bit of a fenestration in since I've got it. That's my baby. I will keep that and I will grow that out. But this is a really interesting thing to show you. So I got these two plants at the same time, and I got them on a live on another app. Black Friday deals, got them at an absolute bargain. So I thought I'd do a little bit of an experiment. I planted one in Monstera soil and I planted one in leca. The results so far, I think I should have said then, they're doing the same. So this plant, leaves are bigger on this plant than they are this plant, but the growth rate is exactly the same. So as you can see, the two new leaves there have come through. This is a better looking plant in my opinion, but the actual growth rate is exactly the same. So progress report, there's nothing to say that one is better than the other for me. Although that plant there, let me just show you this. This is lovely. This is a little baby plant, and look at that leaf. Loads of fenestrations, and there is a perforation there, look. How stunning is that? I'm going to be gifting this to a friend. I have grown this out for him because I was just doing the experiment. And this one I'll probably sell, if I'm honest with you, because I want to keep the other baby to grow out, because that was really small when I got it. But yeah, that's my Monstera thae constellation collection, which has been a nice little experiment for me. Now, there is other benefits, which is another video, isn't it, for leca and stuff like that. There's other benefits to talk about. Obviously, I think fungus gnats would be one. So these are lovely as well, but there's a tale of two tapes here, and these are my Monstera Obelisk Peru. So this one's doing really well. That one's not doing so well. So if you look at some of the, I think it looks like it could be damage from the light, but it's not really near the light. So it could be a deficiency. I have changed it into a Monstera soil. We'll see how it does in that. Probably should have tried it in leca really on reflection, but that one's not doing that well. This one is doing great, to be honest. So I've had two new leaves off this. Oh, I didn't notice that. There is actually another new leaf coming through, and we've got all these runners. I think the runners are because it needs to be staked. I think if you don't let this climb, it throws out runners. So that is stunning. This is still okay. I'm one of them people, me, that the imperfections are the imperfections. As long as the plant's alive, we'll do what we can with it. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I probably should have put that in leca, shouldn't I, on reflection? I've only just thought that now. So that's my Monstera Obelisk Perus. What should I show you next? Let's have a look at what we have. I'll show you this because there's a story behind this. And there'll be one thing in this video, guys. There's a lot of stories of me being clumsy. This is my Monstera Addin Sonai mint. This is my other half of this plant. So basically I leant on it with my big fat frame and I snapped it in half. So I basically put this in some fish tank water. We got some roots, secondary roots, and then I planted it in leca. The first leaf that came out half. So I think that's just stress. This next leaf that's coming through is doing okay. So we've got ourselves another plant there, and this is the original plant. So it took ages to grow a new leaf, but we've now got a new leaf which is very small It's a full leaf, to be fair, so we'll see how that goes. But this did not kick out a new leaf. Now, imagine me coming down on you and then breaking you. Wouldn't be very nice, would it? So, yeah, the stress has obviously impacted the plants on that one. But that's my Monstera Addin Sonai mints. Quite happy with this though, because actually now, like I said, we have got a new plant, haven't we? So I can either keep that or sell it. I'm going to show you this one next, right? Don't come for me, don't come for me. This is not a Monstera. I know this is not a Monstera. This gets labelled a Monstera in my country, which is the UK. Every time you see this for sale, it's called a Monstera. It's not a Monstera, but I thought it's beautiful enough for me to put it into this video and cheat, whatever. But this, in the last 4 weeks, has given me 4 new leaves, believe it or not. Can you believe it? Well, they've been new leaves for a couple of weeks because they've actually hardened off, but they all came out in the space of short space of time. There's a little bit of light damage there, grow light damage, but this is a fast growing plant. Again, we've got the runners because it probably needs staking. A stunning plant this, the texture's lovely on it. It's a lovely colour, and those fenestrations are excellent, aren't they? And if you're getting growth rate like that, it's well worth it, isn't it? It's well worth getting a plant that grows that quick. Well, it grows that quick for me anyway. It's beautiful, that, isn't it? Next on the list to show you. So what else have we got? Let me think. Oh, yeah. Something very, very, very special. Monstera Billmarks Flame. I will attach a picture of Kevin Acuna LaPlanta's Billmarks Flames. This is what these are going to grow into. Something amazing. Now, I bought this cutting. So this cutting didn't have this leaf. This has given me this new leaf. I bought this probably 2 months ago, so I've had 1 new leaf in 2 months. I really wanted to grow one out from a little baby, so that's going to be a little project that's going to take time and patience, and I don't have patience, guys. I'm not great with patience. I want everything here and now. I want it done, but what I've learned in my fish keeping hobby is to be patient, to grow fish out and grow them into big, beautiful fish. So I'm doing that with my plants. But this one is obviously a lot further on than the last one. And again, imagine when the first new leaf comes with a fenestration. You'll know about it, guys. Let me tell you, you will know about it because I will shout it from the rooftops. So this is special. And this was a present from my partner for my birthday, which is when this video goes out. I may have already had my birthday, I'm not sure. But yeah, that is stunning. Monstera Billmarks Flame. And we'll do loads of progress videos on this plant, guys, because it's well worth it. What's next? Oh, yeah, let's get this out. This is another one of the clumsy stories. So this is my Addin Sonai. Well, it's just a normal Addin Sonai, isn't it? So I bought this when it was about 4 leaves. I grew it to probably a bit less than half of that. And I knocked it off the top of my plant shelf, and it just all over the show. Soil everywhere, leaves snapped, and I thought, that's it, this is a goner. But I repotted what I had left, and this is where we are now. This has really grown. It didn't grow at first, and then it started to grow half leaves and black leaves. So I just left it. I kept persevering with it, and this is where we are now with this. It's growing really well. It's just pushing new leaves out for fun. I would have thought, so anyone wants to come in the comments and tell me what you think, I would have thought these leaves would have been bigger. It could be, I mean, I say it could be a humidity thing, but it's in a room that's got high humidity. So I don't know. It's growing. The leaves are really nice, and there's a new one coming through there. The only regret I have with this is putting one of these poles in. These are the poles with the wooden bottom, and I shouldn't have done it. Trying to save a few quid. Don't buy these poles because eventually they will rot and the pole won't be there. So when I do repot this, I'll put a better pole in. But that's stunning, isn't it? It's come on a treat. I'm really happy with how it's ended up. When I go back to thinking of this all over my fish room floor, broken and everything, to see what it's given me. And I believe some people struggle with this plant, which I don't really know why, because it just grows for fun for me. But that's my normal Addin Sonai. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think, do I keep saying that every time I pull one out? This one's amazing, this one's going to shock you and all that stuff. This is a beautiful plant. So let me put my beneficial bugs on it. It's falling off. Right, so look at that. Just look at that. Just look at that. Firstly, the shine is unbelievable. Secondly, the texture, the bumpy texture, and look at that plant. This is the Monstera Peru. And boy, does this grow. This grows. So if you look at the moment, that leaf just hardening off. There's a new leaf there. We have a new leaf that's coming, unfurling there. That's still not hardened off. Another new leaf there. This plant grows for fun. And ain't it beautiful? It's absolutely stunning. And it's a really easy plant for me to grow. I don't do much with this plant. I feed all my Monstera, I feed all my plants, to be honest with you, with fish tank water. And what I do is I have sponges in my fish tanks that I squeeze out into buckets. So loads of fish crap basically into buckets, and I feed my plants every time with that. And I don't use any nutrients, any fertilizer. I just use fish tank water with loads of fish crap in it. And this is what it's giving me. Look at that, the Monstera Peru, that's fantastic. Right, before I show you the big Monsteras, I've got one more, just a cutting. This is just a cutting. So this is, and I want to ask my Monstera fellow keepers, I bought this as Escalito. Is it Escalito? So in this country, I am in the UK, I very rarely have seen any Escalitos, to be honest with you. And I have looked, oh, the new leaf's coming there, I can feel it. I bought this as a cut-in. It came and it was hardly rooted. I was a bit disappointed, to be honest. I was a bit disappointed. So I put it in some fish tank water, as I always do. And then we got the secondary roots. So I planted it in leca. I literally only planted it in leca a couple of days ago. But I did buy it as an Escalito. Is it Escalito? Let me know. So I must admit, I'm not that clued up on that plant. So I'd love anybody to share with me. But you can see the new leaf is just starting to come out. So hopefully that will be out very soon. So let me know, guys. Hook me up. Do your plant guy a favour. And I'd appreciate it. So I am going to show you my two big babies. I say they're big. They're not nowhere near as big as they're going to get. But look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. You'll have seen a video. So if you've watched my last video, it was my video of me going getting this, right? And, oh God. I'm so glad that, in theory, I did 8 hours to get this plant. And the price I got it from, for anybody that doesn't know, this cost me $69.99, which is absolute bargain. It's just stunning, isn't it? Look at the variegation on that. I nearly didn't go back for it as well. I'd actually made the decision to not go back for it, but something was just niggling me. People were niggling me. People kept coming at me on another app going, just go and get it, just go and get it. And when I went and got it, I thought to myself, when I was halfway there, I was like, maybe one of them people has gone and got it. Imagine that, if I had done a video and then travelled 2 hours at well, it's 4 hours there because it's 2 hours there, 2 hours back. And someone else had gone and got it off my video, but they didn't. So I was very lucky. And ain't that? Look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. So that's the variegated Monstera. Then we have my baby. This is my big baby. Again, in the grand scheme of things, this is not big. It's going to be used. This is my Monstera thae constellation. Right, I'm going to have a little rant. Let me get this rant out. I feel the need to do it. Every time I see this plant for sale, it's advertised as rare. I don't know where you are, but I know that, well, I've got 4 of them, right? And every time I go on anywhere that sells plants, there is Monstera thae constellations. This plant is not rare. Stop advertising it as rare, guys. It's not rare anymore. But that's the rant out of the way. This is stunning. This new leaf, check this new leaf out, right? So the good thing about this new leaf is look at those perforations. Oh my God. When I saw those perforations, don't tell my daughter this or any of my kids, but I was as excited as I was when my kids were born. Oh my God, look at that. But it's not grown as big as you would expect it. So this was a leaf before that. Look at the size of that. Now, This is where my impatience gets me. I repotted this plant when the new leaf started coming out. So it's my bad. I think maybe the stress caused this to not fully grow, but it's absolutely stunning all the same. And I cannot wait until this plant is fully grown, because I've got a nice little spot for it in my outhouse, and it's going to get stuck right there, and it's going to look, oh my God, this is going to be, with my Alocasia Gigantea, an absolute showstopper, isn't it? Look at that leaf. Imagine what the next leaf's going to look like. That is my Monstera thae constellation. Is that all of them? I think, oh, give me a minute. Just give me a minute, guys. I'll be as quick as I can. There is another one that I didn't bring out that's in the other room. And this is actually another clumsy story, but this is a plant that's also close to my heart. And I cannot believe that I'm talking to you when you can't see me. This is my Monstera deliciosa. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, I've been keeping plants hydroponically for many years. The first plant I bought in a substrate, or kept in a substrate, was this Monstera deliciosa. It should be twice this size, but we have had so many accidents with it. So the week after I first ever bought it, I knocked it over and snapped 2 leaves off it. And it was only a baby, it weren't that big. And then about a month after that, my dog knocked it over and we snapped another couple of leaves off. I then repotted it after a good few months, and there was 2 plants in here. So I took one out and gave it away. We was then left with what is this. Obviously we've had growth since that. There is a new leaf coming there. Can you see it? And then I snapped that off because I'm so clumsy, as you're gathering in this video. And then just the other day, my partner caught that with the Hoover. So this plant, right, its fortune is not great. Its fortune is not great. It's been absolutely hammered. But do you know what? It just shows you done it. It just shows you what they can go through. And this is still going strong. A new leaf. This is in a colder room as well than what my other ones are in. So, you know, it's given me 2 new leaves since it's been in that room. I think this was the last new leaf, as you can see, not fully hardened off. So this is my baby. Again, this will not be going anywhere. Whatever happens, this stays with me, because this is my first proper plant in a substrate that started off my obsession, really. But it should be probably twice the size of this. However, I love it and I'm happy with it. It's fine as it is. So yeah, that is my Monstera collection. I really enjoyed that, guys. I really enjoyed doing these videos. Now, I have my fish channel and it does a lot better than my plant channel, but I'm really enjoying the plant stuff at the moment. I'm really enjoying doing these videos. I'm loving all the support I'm getting. It means so much. I just appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, we're going to continue this journey. We're going to push this channel. So if you are here still after all that time, please consider subscribing. Hit the like button as well. Press the notification bell to let you know when I'm uploading any more. And thank you so much. It means a lot. And that's me. I will see you all on the next one.